Hello everyone, my name is Asyrafchazz and welcome to yet another One Piece video. Today we're going to talk about the language of the game being released in Singapore. We are confirmed getting a Japanese distribution of the One Piece card game over here, but will we be getting an English release as well? This is more of a semi-discussion video, but if you do enjoy, please consider giving it a like and subscribing if you can. Now in Singapore and the rest of Southeast Asia and the Asian countries outside of Japan, our card products are distributed directly by Bandai Japan, which is why we mostly get Japanese products for the game, which is a huge perk as well. We do get the game earlier at the same time as the Japanese, which is great that we can talk about the game earlier, we can play it a bit earlier, but there are a few of us here in Singapore who wish that we would get an English release as well. Now I want to preface this by saying that I'm actually okay with playing the game with Japanese cards, because I mean the more you play, the more you just automatically memorize the effects of the cards itself. It's just that as a personal preference, I actually do like having the cards in English just so I can read them, so I can collect them, and when I'm playing the game I don't have to use extra brain power in memorizing the certain effects of the cards where I can just read it off an English card. So let's take a look at what we know so far, mostly from the Singaporean page of the One Piece card game official website and also from some distributors as well. So under the Singapore tab of the official website, we do see that the booster pack they listed at is at 6 cards per pack, which is the Japanese version of the booster packs. English is 12 cards while Japanese is usually 6, which does show that, you know, they might be doing the Japanese release only in Singapore. So I reached out to Maxoff, which is one of the main distributors of the One Piece card game in Singapore, and I asked them, will we be getting any English cards? And they said, as for the language of the card game, it is still yet to be confirmed. Which is, I think, perfectly fair, because it's still pretty early on in the development. Like the game isn't even released in Japanese yet, so they might not have any concrete information about the game and the language that is being distributed in. I also spoke to the owner of Game Academia here. It's a local game store in Singapore, and I asked him about his thoughts, and he also thinks that because we are directly under Bandai Japan in terms of the distribution, we might not be getting any English release as well. Which is a slight bummer, because in the local SG community, a few of us in the Singapore Facebook groups have been commenting like, are we getting an English release, because we really want to play the game with English cards. A few of us were looking forward to getting the cards in English. Most of the people in Singapore don't read Japanese, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for my fellow friends in Malaysia, Indonesia and Philippines as well. Sure, there might be some cases where the individual are able to read, understand and speak Japanese, which is great, that they wouldn't have any problems playing the game at all. But for the majority of us, we can't really read the language and we would much rather play the game in English. So I hope Bandai takes it into consideration at least. I know they've released a questionnaire recently on the official One Piece trading card game English Twitter page. It's more meant for people who are guaranteed getting the English release, you know, people in America and people in Europe. And I also filled out the questionnaire just to tell them that, hey, people in Southeast Asia are actually looking forward to getting the game, but are we getting an English release, and if so, can we get an English release over here as well? I mean, I'm pretty sure if they release the game in Japanese and in English, then people like me would definitely buy it twice. An example of that would be like Pokemon, you know, where we actually get both the Japanese and English release in Singapore. Of course, Japanese coming out first, and then later on we'll be getting the English sets. But of course, it's unfair to compare the two, because Pokemon is such a popular card game and it is so well known around Southeast Asia. Even in Japanese, people do collect them, whereas they're still unsure on how the One Piece card game will take off here in Singapore, in like Southeast Asia, as well as the rest of the world, which is why they released the questionnaire in the first place. They kind of want to gauge like the level of interest so far. Hopefully after the initial release, if they do see the game becoming more popular, maybe they'll consider distributing it in English in Singapore, given how popular the One Piece franchise is worldwide, and the fact that people love collecting One Piece merchandise, like the manga itself, figures and all sorts of One Piece merchandise. I feel like there's a chance for it to be immensely popular upon release, or at least I hope so. But if they don't, to my American and Europe friends, if you all know of any game shops that can ship an English booster box or case worldwide to Singapore, I would love to know. Please get in touch and we'll work something out. My aim is to collect both the English and the Japanese version, at least one booster box of each, and I just would love to collect the cards of my favorite characters in both languages. Thank you so much for listening to my ramblings about the language distribution in Singapore. This is something that I am curious to see what's going to happen down the line, so I thought to make this video to just kind of talk about it and see where it goes in the future. We are getting some One Piece card game information soon, seeing as this is the week before the preliminary event happening in Japan. So maybe we'll get some gameplay, maybe we'll get some more cards being released, maybe we'll get a rundown of the rules as well. So I expect us to get some sort of information soon. When that happens, I will definitely cover it as soon as the info drops. So please, if you want to keep up to date with more One Piece card game news, please consider giving this video a like and subscribing if you can. So thank you to all the new subscribers. I am doing a giveaway if this channel graciously reaches 1000 subscribers. It's going to be a One Piece related giveaway, so please look out for it and subscribe if you can. Anyway, I really appreciate it, but until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourselves.